Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for another week and weekly energy reading for April the 10th to the 16th. And we'll see what the cards have to say this week. Hi there and welcome. So I'm doing things a little differently this week. I'm going to pull one card from the Messages from the Fairies Oracle deck, just for a special message for somebody who's watching, and we'll see what comes up there. And yeah, I'm just gonna set that off here to the side, out of sight, out of sight is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and so this reading is for the 10th to the 16th of April. And instead of doing my usual 3 rows, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. And I'm going to do the Celtic Cross. And I don't know if I've ever done a Celtic Cross on my channel before, but I am just feeling the need to do something a little different this week. So let's change it up. Okay, so I'm just going to move these over so you can see them all. The message from the fairy I am going to do last, just as a little bonus reading there. We'll see what comes up. Okay, so the current situation for this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate with all of you. But we've been busy as a collective. So there has been a lot of action taking place. We're making changes. It feels like we're making changes to our life. We're moving in directions that light us on fire, things that bring us joy, things that just we're moving in a direction that has a sense of purpose. There might be a sense of urgency, and I am so sorry I have to pause this video because my dog just rang the bell. He has to go out for a pee. Great timing. I don't want to keep him waiting, so hold on, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. So continuing on with the current situation, it feels like this is something that we are really ready for, and it feels like we're focused, and there's a lot of obviously with the wand, there's a lot of passion in this, but there's a lot of determination. I feel determination, and it feels like there's a very intentional movement here on what you're doing. And there's also a feeling of being prepared. We're ready for these changes that we're making. And it's like there's no turning back. It's like this is something that has been coming. We've been wanting to do for a while. And so there's a lot of us making changes. And it's not our final destination, but we are headed towards this, whatever this new direction is that we're headed into. So there's a lot of changes. What could help or hinder depending on this is interesting. So we have the Fool. So I don't feel like this is a help or a hinder, but I think this is more of a looking into, or it's almost like clarifying this current situation. So this is these changes and actions in our life that we are taking, this passionate, that's driving force is this passion for these changes that we're making. But this is something that's new. So this is a recent change. Like I said, has a feeling of being something we've been working towards for a while, but we're actually taking action on it now. So this is as we are walking the earth, in our bodies, this is a very earthly endeavor that we're doing, this new journey. And there is a lot of trust, I feel, in spirit of this card, trusting yourself. Sorry, I didn't even really show you the current situation card. So there is that Knight of Wands, of taking action and having that sense of drive and purpose and passion behind us and being very intentional. And so this is, it just has the feeling of really trusting ourselves, trusting the universe as we are moving forward, not maybe seeing the whole picture of where it is that we are moving to in terms of what the final end goal is, but we are making adjustments in our life as we course corrections as we feel we need to at this time. Some of us might have an end goal in mind, but there's always the big question of, is it the actual end goal, or it's just another stepping stone along our journeys? So the subconscious influence. Oh, I love this. So we have the magician. So this is you. This is very, like, it feels like the embodiment. So we're able to move on this journey, this passionate endeavor, taking these course corrections, these actions in our lives, because underneath, whoops, I think I drop a card every time, every week. There's a feeling of, a higher purpose, a higher calling. Whether some of us will be aware of it, some of us not, but there is a feeling like there is a bigger energy at play here, like an overarching energy, like a creator energy at play here, and that we are doing, by taking these actions of what we're feeling called to do. It's like we're answering that call. And I know I've talked about that in a previous video as well. But it's like, we are the creators of this, but we are working in conjunction with the universe. And so it's all that, right? And but it's embodying it. And again, this is on a subconscious level, but I feel like a lot of us are aware of it, who are more spiritually in tune with all that that goes on underneath the surface. Okay, so the past influences that we're moving out of, and this is interesting to me too, because the current energies, the situation that we're in with that Knight of Wands, is actually facing the past. So I don't think it's like we're moving back, but I feel like there is, with the Emperor, there is a feeling of, we are looking to, it's almost like for guidance. So we're using past experiences, things that we have learned along this journey. So we're using that as guidance. So it's like, what works for you, what doesn't work, what you want versus what you don't want in your life. And so we're taking these lessons, we're looking to the past and the lessons that we've learned about ourselves, and we're using that as kind of to not guide us, but it's like, how, I'm trying to find the right words. It's like there's signposts of, okay, well, based on the past and where I've been. So it's almost like using your intuition, but I just feel like it's the lessons. And so, you're making your choices based on what you know about yourself and what you want and what you, and this is going to help you avoid repeating mistakes. And I hate to say mistakes, but I don't feel like that's quite the right word, because I don't believe in mistakes, but they're lessons, right? So in order to avoid repeating past lessons, and so we're drawing on past experiences in order to lead us down a brighter, easier, more positive path, so that, yes, we're not having to repeat lessons. I hope that makes sense in how I describe that. So goals and ideals. So we do have a vision in mind here with the two. In the beginning of this journey, again, I feel like a lot of us have this big vision in mind of where we're going, what we're building. And it feels very solid. It feels very stable, and in the direction that we're taking, and these changes and course corrections, and where we are being guided to. There is a feeling of being supported in this journey, and we're also at the beginning stages of creating the complete visions. So I feel like there's a lot of us who are taking these steps in our life to change, making these changes. We kind of have a vague idea of where we're going, but yeah, it's like we're still at the beginning of bringing it into its full, not manifestation, because that is part of the process, but it's like there's pieces of a puzzle of a dream or a goal. They're not all there, so they're not all together, but so we're still in the formation of where we're going. So we're in the creation phase of this journey, and I hope, again, I'm using the right words. So it's like we pull in ideas, and then we sit with it, and does this feel right? Is this where I want to go? Or do I need to, put that idea, let it go, and then pull in another idea? And how do these fit together? So we're still very much in the the open, imaginative, let's create something totally amazing, as we move forward here. So the final goal or end of this particular journey is not manifested yet in the terms of your dream or imagination. So that is basically what I'm trying to say. I just hope that makes sense. So you're still in the dreaming phase of it, dreaming it into being. But the dream isn't fully formed yet. So we're still forming that dream. So in the near future, so we have the 2. So we have another 2 here. So it feels like with this 2 of Pentacles that there's going to be, this feels like a decision. It could be about balancing things, which I think is part of it. It's balancing things out in our life, but there's some decisions to be made. And this decisions, I feel like for a lot of us, is going to be, okay, this is what I've been doing. Is this going to fit? Does this fit in with where I'm moving to? Even though it's not where I'm moving to isn't fully formed yet in my dreaming, and the picture isn't complete, but does it feel like it's going to fit? And then I think that is what this is all about, is the decisions of, does this fit with, does this resonate with who I am now and going into the future? Because I can only create the future based on where I'm at now and what resonates with me now. And so that's where you make your choices from. And so it's choosing, does this fit with me now? Does this resonate? Is it going to come with me, as I move and make these changes and these course corrections in my life to move in a direction that better suits what I'm feeling called to and what I'm dreaming into creating. So some decisions there. We have, but whatever it is, again, because we have the 2 2s here, I feel like this is foundational work. So again, this part of the journey, you're building a foundation. It's going to be very strong. It is strong. So just based on that, it feels very, very positive. So your approach to this journey and making these course corrections. So we have the Ace of Cups. So we are following our joy, basically. Our cup overfloweth, right? So we're open, our hearts are open. We are tuned into what brings us joy and basing our decisions from that point, which is an excellent state to make your decisions from. Again, that feels like a foundational point in this journey, as you choose the directions you are making and choosing what you keep in your life and what you no longer keep in your life. But we are choosing from a place of joy. And I think just really tuning into how it serves us. Is it serving us in a positive way, or is it depleting our energy? Is it feeding us, or is it taking away from us? And it's being in tune with that. So what is going on around us? Okay, so the environment. So really, you can't make this stuff up. I'm picking up these cards thinking, holy smokes, you couldn't pick a better card to fit into this particular, um, reading for the position. But so we have the Six of Wands here. So as you are making these changes, it feels like you have a great support around you. You are supported by spirit, and you are supported by others. So there's others that you are in connection with, who I feel are kind of on the same journey as you. And you guys are rooting each other on. So whether you are in a class or taking a course, or there's like you have a circle of friends who's going through something similar, or whatever your side hustle is, or whatever it is you have going on that is outside of your everyday normal life. I mean, there is these are like your tribe, and they are, yeah, you guys are all here to support each other and root each other on as you go through these changes. And it feels like there's just it too. I mean, you are leaning on them. There you have the confidence, you have the um recognition by your own higher self that you're on the right path with this. And there's definitely recognition um, around you for you based on this journey and what you are doing, and what you are moving towards. And it is very, very positive. So what do you need to know? We have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles. So what you need to know with this is you are moving into a phase and a growth period that is going to take you into a much more long-term energetic space of loving yourself. This is coming from like your higher mind, but it's like you are embodying this energy. So it's not kind of out there around you and you tuning into it. This is like divine, unconditional love being embodied into you. So, and then it'll flow through you. So it's a little bit different. This is like grounding this type of love in a way that you has felt like it was out of your reach, or a struggle to achieve or to maintain in you. But now you are reaching a level where you are able, your own vibration has risen, and you are able to maintain this level longer. So you will be radiating this around you in your energy field, and then moving through the world with that. So this is going to, with that comes, abundance. So you're leaving behind old, energetic vibrations, and that have kind of been in your field for a long, long time. So this could be karmic stuff as well. And so that's falling away, creating space for this higher vibration to get grounded into your body. So this is part of this ascension process, right? So we're transcending old paradigms and beliefs, and it's actually about being different in the world, and this is but it's about manifesting it into the body. So you're leaving behind thoughts and feelings and belief systems, and the vibration of scarcity, separateness, and it's becoming more unity. They all one, and in abundance, and it's absolutely beautiful. And so the final outcome. Okay, so we have the two queens here. We've been getting lots of queens, so lots of intuition. We have the Queen of Cups. So the outcome of this reading is just divine wishes being fulfilled, meeting your sense of purpose, but also carrying so much gratefulness, and there's a feeling too of excitement about what's coming next. So she's focused on this cup here, and I feel like she's wondering what is in the cup, like what magnificent gifts are waiting for me in this journey. And it's approaching each day with an energy of magic and wonder, and just each moment, not even just each day, but and seeing the magic in all the little things and appreciating them, and being more present, fully present in the body, so that you are in the connection with everything around you, and seeing the that how we are all connected to everyone and everything, and how we are all expressions of the divine. And that's what that feels to me. And it's just, there's this, again, being focused. There's this energy of being focused, tuned in, just again, tuned in to your inner being. And this is what is guiding us. Okay. So, and this to me doesn't feel like this is just like for the week. Obviously, this is something that is much longer. This is I almost wish I had pulled another deck here, my Astro Oracle, to get an idea of, a time sense. Maybe the messages from the fairy will give us a little bit more information. Yeah, it's just, so I don't really know the timeline on this, but it's definitely longer. This could be a month or 2 months or 3 months. But I'm not sure. But, beautiful reading. I mean, really, really, it is. And the message from the fairies is, oh my gosh, I think I pulled this card maybe the last time I used this deck or the time before. I can't remember, but very recently. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. So this is telling me that this is very much in tune with this reading. My intention or thought was that this will be a card with a specific message for somebody. That's not what it is. This is actually a message that goes in with the energy of this whole reading, and this is the incubation period. So remember here with the goals and ideals, so we're still bringing this dream fully into the not physical manifestation, but into the manifestation of it becoming complete as a dream. So we're still in the dreaming phase of whatever this journey is that we're on, and we don't know what the end goal is yet, or what we have an idea of what we want. So we're just basing our changes and our direction on that, and we're waiting for the rest to bubble up and fully form. So yes, we are still definitely, there is a new, we are birthing, we are creating this new journey. It is in the formative stages. And I know I'm again struggling with the words. I have the feeling, I'm just trying to find the words that match. I hope that adequately does it. But basically, this card is a clarifying card for the reading, and that's what this is about. That we are in the formative stages of birthing something new into the world, but we are still creating that dream. Yes, so amazing. So what, a profound reading in a way. I mean, this is the time in our, using our imagination, dreaming, daydreaming, playing with ideas and imagining what we want our lives to look like in the future. In this stage, this is the opportunity to reach for the highest ideals. And oftentimes, sometimes we can't even imagine what Spirit has in store for us because it's outside of our realm of experience or what we're exposed to. And really, anything is possible. So I think it's important to remind ourselves that it doesn't have to be an exact thing, but we can start moving into a direction, hold the energy of kind of what we're moving into, and then leaving it up to, the divine to guide us and make ourselves open to that guidance, and with the intention of it being the highest and best outcome for all involved, because we're not in this alone. We are in this together, and everything that we do, everything that we be, ripples out and affects the world around us. And so choose the highest, choose the love, choose the positivity. And if you're not in that energy, then maybe with this like Two of Pentacles, this is the time to decide to drop it. If it's anything but the highest feeling, then let it go, and to the best of your ability, and do what you need to drop it, and don't carry it anymore. And usually it's just our thoughts, and which are become beliefs, and then they get stuck in us, and we hold on to them, and we don't need to, because we are energetic beings, and it all moves. It's supposed to move through us, right? So our experiences become stories because we tell them as stories, right? And then that's when they tend to get stuck. So if there's a repetitive story that is holding you back or keeping you down and stuck in some not very good feeling energies, then change the story, change your character in the story. If you are the perpetrator or the victim or the hero, those are, see what character you are playing, and it might be multiple characters, and change your story. It's just a story, and it's up to you. It's up to every single one of us to figure it out, and let it go, and strive for the positive, the highest within ourselves. Okay. So with all that being said, thank you so much for joining me, and please take care of yourselves. And I am sending you all my love, and I hope you enjoy your week. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.